Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to Connect In. Connect In is a weekly broadcast about the importance of getting out of your head and back into your heart. Because when we are led by our heart, there is ease and flow in every aspect of our life. Right? And the opposite of that is if you feel like you're pushing life, if life is like pushing a boulder up a hill, you are all in the realm of your head. There is so much ease and flow when we come back to our body and our heart. And honestly, that's my passion. My passion is to help you connect in with your inner wisdom and help you find many tools for your heart so you can be guided by your soul and not by your head. So what I like to do first is take the opportunity just to kind of come back into our body. So take a moment and just have a seat if you can. If you're driving, just listen to this later. But feel the weight of you on your chair and feel your feet on the ground, whether you have shoes on or not, it doesn't matter. And just notice what's in your body. Notice where there's tightness, notice where there's fluttering, notice where your head's going, what is going on? Just notice, right? I think one of the biggest practices in your journey of self-discovery is just noticing what's going on inside you, physically, emotionally, spiritually, just noticing. Okay. Now allow your eyes to soften. As soon as you soften your eyes, you are already coming into a heart space. Take some nice, long, deep breaths from your head into your belly, down to your feet. And continue for a few moments doing breath to belly to feet. Energy goes where your intention goes. So you're bringing your energy out of your head and down into your body. Breath, belly, feet. Take a moment and notice how you feel now. What's different in your body? What's different in your head? What feelings or sensations or emotions are coming up? Right? No judging, just notice. All right, so let's come back to breath, to belly, to feet. Know that as your breath comes in and you bring it down, you're allowing yourself to come down to your feet, come out of your head. And not only are you traveling down, but you're coming back inside yourself. And the truth is when we are busy in our head or in life, we are up and out of ourselves. This is a beautiful opportunity to recharge simply by doing breath to belly to feet. Now with your next breath, bring it all the way down into your chest, down to your belly. Feel your breath land in your hips. Feel the weight of you in your body. Come all the way down, let your breath travel down through your legs and out your feet. And as your breath leaves your feet, it becomes this giant taproot, big, thick root that travels deep into the earth and helps ground you even more. Breath, belly, feet, roots. And if you want, you can imagine this root wrapping around the core of the earth, kind of like tethering you. I like thinking about it like holding on to a string of a helium balloon. Right? You're kind of holding yourself into your body in a loving way. And it's okay if you kind of pop up into your head going, what? Breath, belly, feet. That's your new mantra, my loves. Breath to belly, to feet, to roots. Come all the way down. Notice how you feel in your body. What's shifted? What's changed? No judgment, just notice. And if you want, go ahead and place your hands on a part of your body that is trying to get your attention. You know, that could be your hip, your back, you know, if you can reach it, try to touch it. Don't judge it, just try to touch it. And say, hello, body part. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to bring my curiosity to you. We spend a lot of time trying to push away what's uncomfortable, especially in our body. But those feelings and sensations is how our body guides you, guides us. Breath, belly, feet. And just notice how you feel. So why is connecting in with your body so important in your personal healing journey? Right? I believe that our body holds the roadmap for our transformation. Right? Our body holds the roadmap for our transformation. And if you can give me some space for a minute to kind of geek out on acupuncture theory, I'll tell you why this is true, or at least why I believe this is true. In the acupuncture system, there are meridians or energetic pathways that are through our whole body. And I'm sure most of you have seen those over the years. And then in those pathways are points. And because acupuncture has gotten a little bit more Western based, a lot of people use these points as ways to navigate physical pain. But I'm a 5-element acupuncturist, which means it's more of a Taoist-based medicine, which means it's more about how to live towards your potential, not always about how to fix what's broken, right? So this whole concept comes to helping you, let's start that again. This whole concept of your body holding a roadmap for your transformation is about about recognizing that these acupuncture points help guide you in particular to move towards being the highest expression of yourself, your brightest best self, right? So there are these amazing acupuncture points to not only help you thrive and become the amazing you that's in your bones, right? But there's actually points there that help you when you go awry, to help you when you get stuck or frustrated or sad or filled with grief or lost, just totally lost, dark night of the soul lost, right? So these points are on our body. They are part of our living, thriving body wisdom system. So if you, and I encourage you to do this after the call, go ahead and look at a chart of meridians and the points, and you could see how it's a roadmap, right? So geeking out even more on 5-element acupuncture, these points help guide you to being the you that you came in here in this world to be. And I'm not talking about being a doctor or a lawyer or an amazing mama, right? I'm talking more about how to be the light that you are, because each one of us is so different. And each one of us is on this planet now for a very particular reason. We are a gift to our communities, to our families, and certainly to ourselves. Right? And, life gets in the way, things about money, things about the stress of the world around us, and we get really myopic. Like, we kind of come in really narrow and don't look outside ourselves too much. Actually, when we get busy and stressed, like, we're up in our head, we're not even in our body. So it's hard for us to follow our personal roadmap. That's why that's why breath, belly, feet is really an important daily practice, hourly practice, because it brings you back into you. And when you're back here, right, you're not only down and in, you can access your internal guidance system, which I believe is more than our intuition, right? Our intuition, the way I feel, or the way I believe it is our intuition is like a sixth sense. It's a more expanded version of our senses, right? So we take that all into our body, right? Now, I'm going to shift a little bit here if you're all following me. So we have this concept of our body holding the roadmap for our transformation, right? And then we know that our body is guiding us. I kind of joke around like a border collie. If you've ever seen a herding dog, they're kind of like nudging you, left, right, 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 go forward, come back, left, right, right, right. That's how our body guides us, with feelings and sensations, if we only pay attention, right? So there's that. Now, there's the concept of our head, right? Our head is brilliant, and she can help us drive a car and, cook dinner and all of those kind of things. But our head also is holding on to some limitations. And our head be like, oh, you don't want to be big and bright and all of those things because blah, 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 right? That's our head. So when we come back to the body, we're not only accessing our internal wisdom and accessing our kind of internal guidance system, we are also dropping in, or giving permission to drop into our subconsciousness. And I just did a podcast yesterday with Jenna Brown, and I'll share that in a week or two. But we were talking a lot about the subconscious and why creativity, embodied creativity, is so powerful in transformation. And what I didn't say in the podcast yesterday, in fact, I was just thinking about it on my dog walk, is we think about dropping into our subconscious to look at, explore, untangle limitations, right? They only show up truly from our body. I mean, that's our body is guiding us towards these little roadblocks so we can get them out of the way. But also in our subconscious is the full knowing of our potentiality, right? So when we get out of our head and back into our body and then allow some space for our subconscious to dialogue with us. Our body will lead us towards the things, the roadblocks, those lurking limitations, if you will, that are in our way. And our body will guide us towards being our brightest, best self. And my loves, we cannot do this from our head. We can only do this by coming back into our body and then into our heart. So I think of our body sometimes like a compass, the physicality of the compass, and that north, that arrow, is our heart. So when we do breath to belly to feet to roots, when we come in and down into ourselves, we have access to our internal guidance system. We have access to all that we need to live as our fullest, highest expression. And it all starts with breath, belly, feet. Pretty cool, huh? Now, that's why I find the embodied creative practice to be a profoundly powerful tool for transformation, right? Because you can't think yourself out of wherever you are stuck or wherever you think you're going to go, right? That's all the realm of the mind. There's logic, there's linear thinking, right? We need to come back into our truth, our heart, so we can be guided by our soul. And that only happens when we do breath, belly, feet, come back into ourselves, right? The embodied creative practice, once you are in breath, belly, feet, that is when your soul, because I believe our soul speaks to us in color, shape, and form, in movement, in these free-flowing creative experiences. And I'm not talking about creativity as in the world of art, being an artist. I am talking about our birthright of being creative, of having creative expression. So in saying the membership group I offer, which is Creative Alchemy, right? We set a container, we set sacred space, we focus an intention, all the while coming into our breath, into our body, connecting into our heart and soul. And then we ask the important question of whatever that theme is each month. And that question is twofold. That question helps you unlock what's in the way, untangle, I like to say. And it also then puts you back on your path of being your brightest best self. Right? And it happens simply by getting out of our own way, getting out of our own head. So let's take a moment and come back to breath, to belly, to feet. Let your breath come all the way down into your hips and down to your feet. Place your hands on your heart. Feel into the beating of your heart. Drop your awareness a little bit underneath your heart, into the light of your heart. And ask your soul, because that's the place that we're talking about right now. Ask your soul self, your higher self, what is one image or word or phrase that can help guide me, that can help put me back on track when I get in my own way? And let that be your guiding word for the week. If you want to know more about Creative Alchemy, I have a founder special going until June 21st, which is summer solstice. And all the info is over there on DaminiCelebrate.com. under the membership group. We do this every month, deep dive into untangling and redirecting, moving us towards the highest expression of ourselves. And it is just an amazing, loving, supportive community as well. So I also encourage you to do breath, belly, feet as often as you can, because you're creating a muscle memory. Like if you're in line waiting for food or gas and you're getting frustrated, breath, belly, feet. If you have any ahas that you would like to share, please do in the comments below, on the website, in the blog post, wherever you are. Know that my mission is to help you live as your brightest best self. And I do that by using creativity to help you transform. So until next week, I invite you to come back into yourself. Listen to all that your body, your heart, and your soul have to share with you. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.